الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعد أماتنا وإليه النشور. This is a dua that we say, or this is a dhikr that we say when we wake up from our sleep. We praise Allah, we thank Allah for waking us up, for another opportunity to make tawbah, istighfar, and to seek beneficial knowledge. So today we are working on connecting the letters of the Arabic alphabet. And what I have here in front of me is sort of, I guess you can say, an outline, basically, of how we will proceed with this. So, I'm going to first write, and anyone that's watching this video, if you haven't seen the previous videos where we go through the pronunciation of the Arabic alphabet, showing all of the letters in their isolated forms, do watch them. We have them on the YouTube channel. So, so how we're going to do this today? I have written here this, I guess you can call it an outline. So first we're going to write the letter in its isolated form. That's why we have the initial I, right, for isolated. Then we'll write the letter in its beginning form. Then we will write it in its middle form. And then we will write it in its ending form, right? And then we will connect the letter. We'll show them connected. So we'll take it in parts. So we won't do every letter in one video. We'll break it up. All right, so okay. All right, so we start with Alif. Start with Alif. So here's Alif. This is Alif in its isolated form. So we have Alif in its isolated form. Then we will write Alif in its beginning form. I guess we will write it here. Right? So it's Alif in its beginning form. I guess I'll start it from this line. And mind you, I chose graph paper as it's helpful to use the lines as a guide. It's helpful to use the lines as a guide. So I would recommend using graph paper. All right. So there's Alif in its beginning form, right? Then we will have Alif in its middle form. How far will I put it? So I'll put it here. Made it a little wiggly. The Alif in its middle form, right? The line should be straight. So it's connecting to the right in its middle form. Then Alif in its ending form, which also connects from the right. Now Alif is from a group of letters that don't connect. Alif is from a group of letters that do not connect from the left side, right? They do not connect from the left side. I'll write down here, just list those letters. I'll write a list of those letters right here that don't connect from the left side. They are 6. So first is Alif, right? Second is Dal. Third is Dal. This one is Wa. We have, let's go here. So Zay. And we have Wow. Right? Now let's, this is the wrong. Okay, so this is the group of letters that don't connect from the left. So this is why when we look at Alif, we see Alif in its isolated form, Alif in its beginning form, right? You have Alif in its middle form. It's connected from the right because there's a letter that comes before it, right? But it's not connected to the left, right? Alif in its ending form because there's letters that come before it on the right, but there is nothing to the left, right? And as you can probably guess by now, Arabic is written from the right to the left. If someone didn't know, Arabic is written from the right to the left. So this is what we mean when we say that there's a letter, when you look at the middle, the ending letter, that there's a letter before it, meaning to its right, and there's nothing connected to its left. Now we'll go to Ba. So we'll write a Ba. Bring the line down, over and up. And then it's a dot underneath. So it's like you drop a little line, a short line, then you bring it across, back up, right? So this is Ba in its isolated form. Ba in its beginning form, start with the line, you drop down, and you bring it over slightly. It almost looks like a dal, but that's in its beginning form, right? At the beginning of combining, right? So we have Ba in its middle form, right? So Ba in its middle, Ba in the middle form, it's like this. So it shows Ba in the middle form where it will connect from the right. This line here, it connects from the right, and then it will connect from the left. This is your Ba. We do Ba in its ending form. All right, let's go here. This would be Ba in its ending form, which shows that it will connect from the right, but because there's nothing written after it, there's nothing connected to the left. So if we were to write the Ba's all together, it would look like this. Ba, ba, ba. F1, short, maybe short. So we connect to the, this way. This way. So this Ba be here. actually, instead of this one being here, X this. So there's nothing there. So I have ba here, ba in its middle, all right, and then ba on the end. Never mind this here. This is something that the human being does from time to time, and it's called make a mistake. Don't worry about that. So I'll write above it where it should look correctly. Ba, ba, ba. So that's how it should look. That is how it should look. Then you have, which would be very, almost the same. The only difference is the dots. Right? Only difference is the dots. Where it's the same with the ta, as well as the tha. Yeah. Where it's isolated form is this way. We do the beginning. Ta, tha, it's all the same as far as the how you say it, the strokes. As far as the strokes of the pen, it's the same. As far as the lines, it's the same. The difference is in the dots. So we can use, let's see, so I'll do it here too. Come up. Ta, you have tha underneath. So we'll do it in the beginning, right? Ta. And we'll do middle, and we'll do the ending. Likewise for tha, it's the same. Tha, and we'll do the ending. And once we go to connect them, we have tha, 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 right? Fun. Ta, ta, ta. So this is ta. This is a ta here in the middle. This is a ta here on the end. Likewise with tha. Right? Tha, tha, tha. All right, so you have alif, ba, ta, and tha. So once you get ba, ta, and tha will be easy. Only difference, as we mentioned, is the dots. Now, at Jim, not so much tricky, maybe slightly, but with Jim, raise up, come down, and for a reference, I count lines to try to be within a certain distance. So like I use 4 lines. It also depends the size of pen you're using also. So this is Jim. Right, for Jim, this is Jim in its isolated form. So if we are to connect the Jim, we'll have, let's come on here, Jim, Jim in its beginning form, actually started to connect. Okay. We have Jim in the middle form. See? So this one, it just connects to the left. It extends, it connects to the left. It extends and connects to the left. Here, make it extend and connected to the left, but it's also connected at the right from the previous letter. G. And then finally you have Jim. It's almost like the isolated gene, but it connects from the right, right? And you'll put your gene here, right? So if we were to connect it, we would make it this way. Beginning, middle, right? And ending. So this is the gene connected in each position. And likewise, the ha and the kha, because they are all from the, they all take the same exact lines, the same form. It's the dots that differ. The ha has none, and the kha has one above. So, just for practice sake, I guess we can do that. So we have, let's go ha. So the idea is the exact same ha. Ha. Let's see. Right. Ha. Ha. Right. And we can do kha. Kha. Right. So if I can make it smaller, I could probably fit it here. Ha. Ha. Tight. Ha. Right. So then we have dal, where dal and dal are very similar. They have the same lines. Dal in its isolated form. Dal in its beginning form. Dal in its middle form. As we mentioned, dal is from those letters that don't connect to the left side. dal in its ending form. Right? So do it here. Dal, F1, that. Dal. Well, this is supposed to be, let's put this here. Alright, because this is supposed to be isolated, so we'll make this isolated. This is the beginning, this is the middle, and this is the ending form. The dal is connected to the right in its middle and end. As well, you see the dal is connected to the right and the middle and end. There's nothing to the left in the beginning, the isolated form. You don't connect to the left. And then we have also that don't connect to the left, ra. This is the beginning, this is the isolated form. This is the beginning. See, this is the middle. This is the end. And I'll do likewise for the zay or the za, right? I'll do it down here. All right, isolated. Beginning. Middle. And the ending. All right, so this is SubhanAllah. And because these letters don't connect to the left, we haven't connected these letters in the way similar here, like we did the ha, the kha, the previous letters, other than the alif. So they remain just the same way the alif remained, because they don't connect to the left. This is, isolated letter. All right. So we don't get confused. So the under the one that's isolated, the rest becomes clear. All right, and remember here, just write it. Connect to the left. We have a note here. All right, so this is what we have: Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Dal, Ra, Zay. So we'll suffice with that for this video, and we will continue another time until we complete learning how to join the letters connected, and then we will work on connecting various letters together. Any meaning we will work on. So it will give us a practice with writing words, 3-letter words. We'll work on that, writing 3-letter words. We'll suffice with that. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت وأستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.